George Hutchinson and Maggie Benson are our two student leaders from Indiana University representing You Bring Change to Mind. Come on, you guys.
I got introduced twice by Whoopi, so I'm doing pretty good. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is George Hutchins, and I am a sophomore at Indiana University, majoring in biochemistry with a focus on pre-medical studies. Thank you. I also serve as one of the co-directors for You Bring Change to Mind, which is the collegiate-level branch of Bring Change to Mind that was started at IU and is targeted towards reducing mental health stigma, specifically on college campuses. My experience with mental illness dates back to watching my mother struggle with clinical depression for several years. But my interest for getting involved and making a significant difference for those struggling as my mother did was not fully ignited until I took Dr. Pesco-Solito's medical sociology class. Learning about stigma and how a person's perceptions and attitudes towards someone with a mental illness is the biggest barrier towards them receiving proper treatment deeply concerned me and led me to ask myself how I could help make a change. I believe that my years of daily experience of what it's like to live with someone suffering from a mental illness and my passion for helping others obtain proper care have put me in a unique position to show compassion and make a lasting impact for those suffering from and directly affected by this issue. So going forward, our vision for You Bring Change to Mind is to fully engage the entire student population at IU, tapping into the talents of our brightest minds and using those talents to make this the generation that ends stigma for good. To do this, we plan on enhancing the membership experience to make the club more worthwhile for the students that dedicate their time and efforts to making stigma elimination a reality. Our successes are evidence that the goal of improving mental health treatment is one shared by so many. It's only a matter of providing these individuals the proper resources to be effective champions of change. Additionally, we plan to reach out and connect with other student organizations to create a cohesive network with the common goal of making IU the first stigma-free campus. None of our efforts nor the successes we have already had would be possible without the amazing support of Ms. Close, Ms. Pamela Harrington, the Bring Change to Mind officials, and our university officials at IU, like Dr. Pesco-Solito. Equally as important are the donations and the roles as advocates that many of you play. Your positions in society allow you to have a much farther reach, in some cases, than myself and my fellow peers. With that being said, reducing and eliminating stigma will not be an easy task by any means. But I'm confident that the resources and desire to make a difference that we all share can lead to us achieving our common goal and making America an environment where those suffering from mental illness can receive the proper care without fear of stigma and go on to lead fulfilling and limitless lives. It starts by making a change person by person. That's exactly what we have been doing with You Bring Change to Mind, and that's exactly what we will continue to do. So thank you all so much, and please enjoy the rest of your night.
Good evening. My name is Maggie Benson. I'm a junior at Indiana University, and I'm a chemistry major and aspiring doctor. I serve as a co-director of events for You Bring Change to Mind. I came to Indiana University from a small rural town in south central Indiana where I graduated valedictorian of 53 people. Although my small town is centered in hospitality, traditions, and a strong sense of family, mental illness awareness was a hush subject. Of the 53 people whom I grew up with and graduated alongside, I recall only one friend who was openly struggling with a mental illness, but the memories I have regarding the way people treated her, looked at her, and ostracized her are nothing less than gruesome. Her journey opened my eyes, and from that I gained a new friend and a deeper understanding for these mysterious yet very real illnesses. When I look back on my high school days, I wonder how many of my friends and teachers were actually quietly suffering, yet terrified to speak up. Looking back, I now realize that silence is the driving force behind the stigma on mental illness. As a high schooler, I was compassionate and understanding, but I didn't actively work to reduce stigma. In fact, I didn't really realize there was a stigma. It wasn't until my sophomore year when I took Dr. Pescaliso's class, Medical Sociology, that I became a true advocate for change. She presented statistics that made my stomach drop. She spoke with utter compassion and determination. She went on lecture-long spouts backing each of her points with data. In her lectures, I began to link biology, chemistry, and neurology to mental illness in a way I never truly comprehended. In her lectures, I gained a new passion and ultimately a new mission. This determination motivated me to win You Bring Change to Mind campaign contest. I felt that if I could win, I could project my passion, determination, and goals onto a campus and make a change. Alone, I was a girl with a passion to end stigma. United, I could work with other hardworking, change-seeking students and create an impact. I, along with 2 other students, created Bring in the Booty, a campus-wide pirate-themed scavenger hunt that focused on unifying the campus in a fun effort to end the stigma surrounding mental illness. The event used clues with statistics regarding mental illness and stigma to guide students to different well-known locations on campus. This enhanced their knowledge regarding mental illness and provided education to start the conversation. Just 3 months ago, this passion was amplified when my 79-year-old grandfather committed suicide without any foreshadowing signs or diagnosis. I wholeheartedly believe his struggles were suppressed by this painful stigma. This has motivated me to end the stigma on mental illness even more. So going forward, the You Bring Change to Mind event groups plans to organize more fun, educational events that continue to start the conversation. The events board would like to target every age group in order to create an optimal nationwide change. Mental illnesses are just as deserving and definitely just as debilitating. You Bring Change to Mind believes our compassion, determination, and creative minds are capable of ending stigma. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we will be the change. Thank you.